Joke's on you! I am incredibly invested in this universe. Hello there, runner, and welcome to what I think is going to be Monday, which means it is time for Liv Watches Edgerunners. Chat and I have been having a wonderful time. Oh boy, alright, so, I've been waiting to watch this all fucking week. This is like the highlight. I am a little concerned because I've been seeing some people with some really fucked up ideas on cyberpsychosis that are apparently coming from this. So I'm hoping this is just a matter of people on Twitter have, like, the brain cell of a sea monkey. But I have seen the trailers. I've watched every single one of them on stream. I've posted them if you want to. I'll probably link them up in the side. And it's a lot of fun. We're watching this live at twitch.tv/live the Cyber Dull, linked in the description. We watch anime here on, like, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I think, usually. This is on Saturday. We are going to watch as much of this show as we can, and I'm going to cut them up into episodes that will be coming out daily for you guys on YouTube. So, oh boy, let's see what is going to go on. This episode has something. This episode is called, Let You Down. And it says, after a night of streaming illegal brain dance, oh, wait, no, where'd it go? After a night of streaming illegal brain dance, David wakes up to reality. A rundown apartment with a broken washing machine and an overworked mother. First off, what the fuck is he streaming? Because that's already a problem. Streaming does not really exist in Cyberpunk. Because, okay. Wait, I take that back. If this exists, it depends on what year this takes place. Because if this takes place in the year 2020, then the net is worldwide, and that means he could feasibly stream something so long as it wasn't happening behind the cyber iron curtain. If this is happening in the 2040s or later, then the net is a citywide intranet, not an internet. Meaning connecting to other servers outside of your home city is borderline impossible unless you have a tunnel through the black wall. So either this is happening in 2020, or we've already got a problem. It takes place in 2077. Yeah, okay, so immersion ruined. Unless he's streaming from somewhere in Night City, which I don't think exists, because we'll have to see. I'm hoping it's a mistranslation, because he could be scrolling brain dance, which is a thing you can do. Scrolling is what it's called when you're either recording or playing back a brain dance, but you have to actually plug that shit into your brain dance helmet. But, synopsis written by an intern. Okay. It's just Netflix that they put streaming in, is that what it is? But, fair enough. Okay. Sorry. So this is what you're gonna expect from me, because I am a massive fucking nerd for this setting. So let's get in here and let's see what's gonna happen. We're gonna be watching in the English dub, because I've heard the Japanese dub is kind of shit. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Nerd flirks. Oh boy. I love my nerd flirks. Hey, they win it. Oh god, the Night City looks so cool! Ah! God, inject it into my veins! Inject this fucking music into my goddamn fucking veins. Oh look, it's not a maelstrom, it's a boy. What do you mean online shopping? That shit don't exist. Oh, that's cyberpunk humor. Holy shit. Like, okay, so by online shopping, what do they mean? Like, yeah, I can't show the audio because the stream will just get fucking deleted. Like, I've tested this. The best I can do is the subtitles. I'm very sorry. There's still a city net. There is a city net, but as far as I'm aware, there's no online shopping in 2040 at least. There isn't any. Hey, activated Kreznikov. Hell yeah. God, I love how they're visualizing this shit. I love how they're visualizing, like, cyber shit, like the Kreznikov and everything. That shit's... Mwah. Mwah. Oh no, they hacked his spine. Oh no. I do like how they're using guns from 2077. I do like that a lot, because the 2077 has some really good gun designs. They're not as good... Me, it's just... Fuck you right, though. Like... Okay, so he isn't streaming them. He is actually getting the cartridges. Okay, cool. I love how they've got the fuck... say all the shit you will. Alright, another reason why, not putting that on screen. Man was just getting ridden cowgirl, holy fuck. Oh, shit, Z's apartment. Well, I mean, okay, bear in mind, a lot of apartments in Cyberpunk are all gonna look very, very similar because they're literally mass-produced. So, like, it is a little lazy, and it does feel like they are kind of riding off of 2077 a bit, which is a little sussy. Yes, a little sussy, but I can write it off as just like the mega building apartments being mass-produced. That's fine. I think I need to reset my leap motion because it looks like I've got fucking Parkinson's. I'm not missing plot. I'm watching, my guy. Like, fuck. I do really like how they've got, they've got the slang in. I do really like that. That's cool. Of course, I'm not gonna redeem that while I'm recording. I'm sorry. I'll refund your points in a minute. Oh, I will stretch though. Ugh. That... Yep. You know what? This basically looks like how a cyberpunk... Oh, boy. I do wonder... At Studio, how much of these people, like... Individually of interior decor is a luxury they can't afford. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, having the ability to have, like, your own... Having the ability to have, like, a unique interior to your apartment, that's something for rich people, motherfucker. But... Okay. So far, this is, like, really, really cool. I like it a lot, and it seems to be very, very in line with, the world. But... he's going to school. A school that, based on his uniform and what we've seen... It's a school run by Arasaka. Now, pardon me, but... that's not a thing. Like... Oh, hey, he's a techie. Cool. Magical buzz. Yeah, no, it's... yeah, the sub... Oh my god, his rig is so busted. It's actually shorting out the fucking classroom. Oh, that's amazing. As a result, it's coming out of your soul. Doesn't really seem like a financially stable home, based on what I've seen, my guy. Yeah, no, this is... oh, fuck me. Okay. I really want to know what... I really want to know what the familiarity of the writer with this setting was, because it really feels like they've missed a massive amount. Schools like this do not exist in Night City. They do not exist because they don't need smart people to do what they need 90% of the population to do. Right? Night City. In Night City, you're either an edge runner, you're jobless, or you're working a fucking dead-end labor job. That's what you're doing. If you're working, like, something that requires... might be a prodigy Arasaka program for farming. I imagine, like, yeah, Arasaka would do that, but they would pull from people that they know are going to be intelligent, you know? Like... Like, they're not gonna bring up some fucking kid from the middle of nowhere in Haywood, you know? Because I'm assuming because they're Latino. I'm assuming that because they're Latino, they're from Haywood, because that's generally how Night City breaks down. So, like, you know, pardon me if I'm wrong and they're not from Haywood. But, like... Like, they're not gonna bring up some kid from the middle of nowhere in Haywood. Like, when they could bring from, like, the mega buildings that they keep the families of their employees in. Holy shit! Maybe hit the brakes, Gloria! My god! Holy fuck! Let's go, animals! During the street kid intro, the first prostitute you meet on the street outside the bar, but most fact, exorbitant school fees pay for her. Brat, school seemed to exist in the setting. Okay, that must be a 2077 thing, because that shit did not exist in fucking... in Red or 2020. I'll have to play that. Trauma Team doesn't... Yeah! Dumbass! What do you think they're gonna do? Holy shit. David, you live in this world! I don't, and I know a bit more than you. Holy fuck. Yeah, I'll have to double check that thing, because I swear to god, like, academies that, like what David's going to, do not exist. There might be schools, but they're not gonna be for, like, sending street kids up to fucking Arasaka top floor, you know what I mean? Like, it might be, like, basic maths, basic literacy. Basic shit to basically make you, like, functional in society, but that's about it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Arasaka might run a few, like, outreach schools kind of thing, but I don't think they'd have anything like David. What the fuck? Oh my god, was she... Oh my god, she was fencing cyberware from bodies that she fucking recovered. Holy shit! Based Gloria! Holy shit, based Gloria! Holy shit! Holy fuck! Oh god, I absolutely fucking love... I absolutely fucking love that they're just hitting them with the... Like, I need to start putting Cyberpunk... Like, I gotta start calling people, like, gonks and shit. Like, oh my god. Gotta lean into that a little bit more. Ah, yeah, you fucking gonk. Fun fact, that's actually something that in the, Red textbook, the Red source book, it's actually a suggested way for medtechs to make money. Harvesting cyberware from downed opponents and selling it on the black market. I give you a hard time because you's a bitch. That is true. There is nothing stopping a street kid from rising up. It's just really fucking hard. Hey, man, you can't afford it. Shame is something that you have to afford, my guy. Oh, he's gonna commit a fucking homicide, isn't he? Oh, he about to put 3 gonks in the fucking dirt. Let's go. Oh. Oh, he's got those. Oh. Oh, our boy's got chipware. Let's go. Oh, fuck. Oh, boy. What? What? Oh my god, my man slotted the entirety of JoJo. Holy shit! What the? Our man just slotted fucking JoJo. Seriously, man, get some fucking... Oh, God. Like, to be fair, David is being kind of dumb, like, not having any chrome whatsoever. Like, this is a world where you kind of need that. She's fucking dead. There's also a child. Fuck, no excuse, get chromed. Couldn't even afford anesthesia. She was screaming the whole way. It was actually kind of funny. Oh no. Oh jeez. This is so fucked. I love it, but here's the thing. Okay, here's the fucked thing, right? And this is gonna sound fucked when I say it. So hear me out, right? This is entirely avoidable. Gloria, like, trying to send her kid to this Arasaka Academy and going so far above, like, what they could actually afford. That's 90% of the problem that they're having. Whoa. Yeah, like, I hate to say it, but Katsuo was kind of right in, like, the worst way. But then also, like... Fucking hit the brakes, Gloria? Like, holy shit. Like, literally, they drove headlong into a fucking rocket launcher. Like, hit the fucking brakes. Like, I'm not saying it was her fault. Oh, he's... Oh, he's gonna wear her medtech jacket. Cool. Deer in headlights? Yeah, that makes sense. Which is why, like I said, I'm not blaming her at all. I'm not blaming her at all. But this is a situation that was entirely avoidable. Let's go! Chrome it up, my boy! You can get it in game 2 if I... Oh, fuck, they actually added it in... They actually added it? Cool. That's fucking rad. Alright, wait, no, don't go episode. Shit. Alright, okay. By the time I chrome the fuck up. Okay, cool. Please take me back to the previous episode. I wish to scroll through, please. Alright. So, that episode happened, and that was a lot of fun. I like that. You can get it in game 2. So was it like a free update they put in? Because if so, I might need to play the game again, which I might wind up doing. But, okay. So, this first episode. So, first things first. So I will talk about the positives first, like I always try and do. So, I really like the way... So, Baron, English dub. Japanese, I don't fucking know. I guarantee you in the Japanese they're not using the cyberpunk lingo, and honestly, I feel bad for the Japanese, because it means that they're gonna miss out on, like, 90% of the shit that is actually good about cyberpunk, which is the fact that it is a world that really does feel familiar, but yet also foreign, because it has its own language. There's a reason why there is a different skill for street slang and English. The street slang is not technically English. Street slang is a combination of, well, the words that got made up, so like input, output, chum, gonk, you know, like shit like that, like the idioms and stuff, as well as kind of stuff coming in from other languages and all that. Like, street slang is basically just the melting pot conglomeration dogshit language that everyone speaks. Whereas English is what we speak, and then you've got the other languages around. Exactly. Yeah. Liz got it. There's... So, like, the fact that Japanese don't get that fucking sucks, but in English, it works really, really, really well, and I like it a whole lot. Second thing I really like. Visually, this is exactly what I imagine Night City to actually be. I understand it's based off of the city that we see in 2077, and I have... Oh, boy, do I have problems with that. But here... they make it work a lot better. It looks a lot better than the city does in 2077, because the issue in 2077 is not the city's design, it's the city's implementation. Night City in 2077 does not feel alive. It doesn't feel lived in. It doesn't feel like... It feels like a fucking video game level. Like, there are sections where it does feel really good, but that's generally, like, the first part of the game. Like, Watson feels way better than, say... the Corpo Plaza does. And here they've done it really, really well. It feels like a proper city. It feels like what the video game should have fucking been. And I like it. I like the character designs as well. Those are really filling with Cyberpunk's aesthetic. They're just absolute big thumbs up, 110%, like, on that one. I don't like the school, but I'll get to that later. But what they have done with the school, I do like. Divorced from the fact that I don't like it, I do like the school and the way it's set up, because it makes sense. It's what I imagine a high-level, Arasaka prep school would look like. Like, kids learning via brain dance, super fucking, pretentious meditation sessions and shit like that. Like, it's 110% like what I would expect. Weapon designs looked like they were lifted right, and I know like Red does, like CD Projekt did have a hand in it, so I'm not saying this like, oh man, I can't believe they did it. It's like, no, like I'm glad they did it is what I'm saying. The weapons look like they are from the game, and that's really good, because bear in mind, I personally do not like a lot of the weapon designs in 2077, because I do feel like the 2020 did them a lot better. But if what we have to work with is those weapons, because that's just how it be. But that like that's fine, right? That's fine. But hang on, because like we can't have. Hang on, give me just a moment here. Let me. Okay, Chromebook 1. Weapons, page 41. Okay, here we go. So, I'm just gonna switch over to the other page real quick. Oh, shit, I'm up here. Damn it, hang on. I should have used the hotkey for it instead of the... Alright. Okay, so like this is Chromebook 1, which it's one of the expansion books for Cyberpunk 2020. And it has pictures of guns from it. So like this one kind of sucks ass, but it's kind of designed to, because Budget Arms is like for a poor people gun. It's like this is something that we would see someone like David using. And you got the Militech Crusher, which, by the way, does exist in 2077, or at least a version of it does, and it looks fucking infinitely worse. Yeah, and you got the Milorian Arm Silver Gun, got the Colt MKAO, the Glock 30, the Arasaka PMS, the Milorian Heavy Flechet Pistol, which is a smart gun, by the way. You plug this into your head, or your arm, depending on where it is. The Militech AICW, which is based on the P90. Like, there's a lot of really cool gun designs from 2020 that just were not used in 2077. And while I would prefer if we throw a lot of the really generic-looking 2077 weapons into fucking garbage and get this shit in, because we have to work with the 2077 guns, I'm totally fine with them existing. I'm totally fine with them being used. Like, and they are rendered really, really well and really, really accurately to the game, so that's fine. HUD elements are portrayed really, really well. You kind of see like that AR kind of thing that you get like in the games and as described in the books really, really well. Brain dances are done pretty good. Like all in all, I would say the setting is really well done. Like it really does. Like my biggest fucking worry going into this was that the setting would kind of fall to the wayside, and it'd be like, okay, let's make it more modern so that people can vibe with it. But what people don't realize is the Cyberpunk fans, we are really autistic about our setting. Holy shit. We are exceedingly autistic about our setting. Yeah. Like, there's just very, very minor nitpicks that I have, and they're nitpicks that are so minor that, like, I think that me and probably, like, only people that are at the same level of brain rot that I am will probably have issue with this. But it's just very, very minor problems with it, like, feel like something kind of got lost in translation. So first off, David going to an Arasaka prep school. I mentioned this during, but for those of you that skipped the Let's Watch part to come to this part, I'll go over it again. If for David to be going to an Arasaka prep school, one of two things should be the case, right? One, David has dirt on them that they can't hide by killing him. Two, David's dad is secretly, like, high up in Arasaka, and while he doesn't want to take responsibility for his bastard, he still wants him to become, you know, he's still got that pride of, like, okay, no son of mine is going to fucking go be a day laborer. Like, you know, like, it like, that would be the thing, right? It just being a story of a single mother working extra hard and basically functionally breaking the law to send her kid to a really expensive school, that is a plot line that is from like modern day timeline. Like that is an America in the year of our Lord 2022 problem, not a Cyberpunk 2077 problem. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Arasaka, like I mentioned before, Arasaka might have outreach schools, right? Like, I mean, as a game guy who never did play the tabletop, found it very helpful. I also think it's easy to show for no sort of, yeah, like I said, like maybe this is a thing, like that this is a concession they made for people that are not as into the tabletop or the game as like I am. That's fine, but I'm just going to bring it up here as kind of like a thing for people to get introduced to Cyberpunk. Like, Arasaka might have outreach schools. They're like, hey, we're going to teach your kid how to read. We're going to teach your kid how to write. We're going to teach your kid how to say the Arasaka Company pledge, so maybe they can work in our fucking, in a warehouse or something. They would not have prep schools open to street kids. They would not. And they would not put poor kids in with kids they actually gave a shit about. They would not do that. If David is in a prep school, it's because Arasaka is doing something. Arasaka is doing something that has an ulterior motive, and they would keep all the poor kids together. They would not let the rich kids hang out with the poor kids. Because those rich kids, they aren't living in a mega building with a single mother who's struggling to make rent. No, they're living in what Red calls Beavertons. Beavertons are mega buildings for the rich. Basically, instead of having a shitty little one-room apartment, a Beaverton is essentially... And by the way, Beavertons are never gone into super big detail, so I'm basically just going to lay out how I've always set them up, because basically, it is a suburb, but it's a suburb, but vertical. That makes sense. The way I've always explained it as, like, if you walk into a Beaverton, it's basically like a fucking 6-star hotel, but every door you open into an apartment building is essentially a large suburban family home. It is luxury compared to what regular people get. There's like a bedroom for everybody, there's a maid service, you've got living rooms, kitchens. Like, you don't have a vending machine as your kitchen, you have an actual fucking kitchen, and it's got someone working in it, probably. Like, yeah. Like, I mean, they do have them in the game, but those ones are specifically penthouses. Beavertons are basically those apartments in 2077, but, like, every room in the building is that. Every single apartment in the building is that penthouse. All the way up, for hundreds of floors. And those things are basically self-contained cities. If you live in a Beaverton, you never have to leave. Like, straight up. The only time you ever leave is when you gotta go to work. And even then, if you're high enough on the corporate food chain, like, one of two things. Either you remote in using a brain dance and a remote access point on the city intranet, or an AV comes and picks you up. If you're driving to work, it's because you've opted to do it because you feel secure and you want to flex, or you're just low enough on the corporate ladder that you have a Beaverton, but you're not rich enough to have access to an AV, which is honestly the minority of people in Beavertons. The majority of people that are on, like, upper scale shit, like, they're in... Like they have everything taken care of for them, because the majority of these things are either, so you don't have, like, middle managers. Like, V, in the Corpo start of V's story in 2077, V would have been in a Beaverton. V would have had a house in a Beaverton. And V would probably be, like, one of the few people that would have to drive to work. Or at the very least, they would have a limo. There's... Like, yeah, like, oh, fuck, we got stun locked again. Goddamn, I'm leaving it in. But, like, there's very, very small, like, things like that that really do kind of fuck with my immersion just a little bit. Like a poor kid would never be in a class with a rich kid. It feels like Trigger is just trying to do a Little Witch Academia thing, except they're not me. No, I'm not gonna follow this. I'm not gonna follow this. I'm not gonna follow this joke. No. I was going to say they're not gonna make the rival someone that the artist draw Rule 34 of. Fuck. Except I was gonna be a lot ruder about it. And they're probably not gonna give Katsuo a fucking redemption arc. And also, like, the way they refer to the net is very, very 2020s net. When the net, starting in 2040 all the way up to 2077, the net is basically an intranet. Like, the net only connects to other shit in the city, and any connection between cities has to go through the Black Wall, and it is monitored super heavily by Blackwatch. As far as I'm aware, there's no such thing as online shopping. Now, I have run with DMs in Red that have re-implemented online shopping from 2020, but it's almost always, okay, yeah, there's a shop down the way, they've got, like, a net presence. You can log into their website and you can order something. But, like, I'm fairly certain that's not something that exists, rules as written. Because the way shopping works in Red is it's all night market. Yeah, like, it used to be the night markets were just for illegal goods, but now night markets are for everything. So... yeah. Look, yeah, so... this could very easily just be something that exists in 2077, but we never see it because V doesn't benefit from it, or it's a cut thing. But in Red, at the very least, it doesn't exist. And once again, I am a tabletop person, first and foremost, so most of my information does come from Red. So bear that in mind. So maybe this is a 2077 thing, but in Red at least, which is 20 years beforehand, or sorry, 30 years beforehand, that shit don't exist. But yeah, all in all, I would say episode good, very, very, very mild problems. And most of the problems I have, I imagine they're probably not going to come up again, because the kid's going to drop out of fucking school now anyway, so who cares? Like, they might as well have not sent him to school in the first place, because he's going to drop out and become an edge runner now. To be fair, I think the online shopping line was a throwaway line they didn't exist and have a 10-minute discussion on. Aha! Joke's on you! I am incredibly invested in this universe. Yeah. So that's really all I gotta say about this episode. We're gonna move, like, on live, we're gonna move on to the next one. Those of you watching on the YouTube, edited VOD, you gotta wait till tomorrow. Sorry, but if I edit all these at once, I will kill myself in Minecraft. But those of you watching live, we're gonna move on to episode 2. Watching this on YouTube, let me know what you thought of this down there in the comments. Whether you liked this episode, disliked it, or whatever. If you want to support the channel, you can always do so on twitch.tv/livethecyberdoll, linked in the description. And you can always support me on Patreon, or Twitch, or YouTube membership, or whatever. That's all linked down below. Oh boy. But, yeah. So, as always, everybody, I am Liv, the Cyberdoll, and I'll see you in the next video, but most importantly of all, bye-bye.